The running of the bulls, truly a tradition like no other. And while I'm sure the adrenaline rush that you get while being chased down by bulls in the streets of Spain are pretty good, I'm pretty sure the adrenaline rush you get when you use this brand new Paldean Tauros Rogue deck is a lot better. Hi, I'm Ty, and welcome back to the Totodile gang, the friendliest gang in all of Pokemon. Or if you're new around here, welcome in. It's so nice to have ya. And today we are talking about potentially my favorite single prize basic rogue deck I've played probably since Cloth. It's Paldean Tauros. Wait! If you are not one of the 25% of absolute legends who are subscribed to this channel, hit that big red button down below. It helps me out so much, and I will love you forever and ever and ever. Let's get into the video. First of all, sorry if there's some background noise, there's some construction going on, but today we are talking about Paldean Tauros, and man, let me tell you, right when I feasted my eyes on this deck, I knew I had to play it and figure out the best way I could play, because man, this deck is super fun. Paldean Tauros of Phantasmal Flames is a basic 130 HP fighting type Pokemon that has the attack Raging Charge, which for just a single fighting energy can hit for 40 damage for each Pokemon that you have in play with the name Tauros in it that has any damage counters on it. Now obviously we have the Paldean Tauros, and we can have 4 of those bad boys in our deck, and he is the attacker. But we can also have 4 of the Tauros from Destined Rivals because they have a different name, meaning we have 8 total Tauroses in our deck, so we can hit for up to 240 damage if we have 6 Tauroses in play, and they all have damage counters on them. Now you may be asking, how are we to get these damage counters on our bulls so consistently? And that is where the beautiful stadium, Risky Ruins, comes into play, also coming to us through Phantasmal Flames. Now this stadium makes it so that when you put a basic on the bench, whether it's from your hand, from a nest ball, from a buddy poffin, from a precious trolley, it is getting 2 damage counters put on it through the stadium. This is extremely clutch, as it allows us to stack up as many bulls as we can on the bench and instantly get a couple of damage counters on them, making it really easy to hit for pretty good chunks with Raging Charge. Now that 240 number I mentioned earlier isn't exactly the truth, because if you do have all 6 Tauroses in play, and you have a Brave Bengal, which ups the damage output by 30 if you're hitting into an EX Pokemon, and if you've used maybe 1, 2, 3, or even all 4 of your Premium Power Pros, which is an item that says if you use this card during your turn, your fighting type Pokemon can deal 30 extra damage, you could potentially hit for a whopping 350 damage. Again, all 6 Tauros on board with damage counters on them, and the Brave Bengal, and you've used all 4 Premium Power Pros in one turn. So it's pretty unlikely, but you can deal some pretty major damage. Now it's also important to mention that certain decks like Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Lopunny, and Mega Gengar all have fighting type weaknesses, meaning that you can take humongous knockouts on these 3 prize Pokemon without having to have too many bulls down with damage counters on them. So if you come across these matchups, it is pretty damn favorable for us. Now, in terms of the ace spec that we are using in this deck, I think there are 3 main options, and I think 2 of them are much better than the other. Now, I'm going with Secret Box for this deck. I think Secret Box is just overall the most dependable, the most consistent, gets you your stadium, which is extremely crucial for us, and it gets us a tool, a supporter, and another item, allowing us to potentially stack more bulls on the bench to hit for some more damage. Now, the second ace spec that I was considering was Unfair Stamp. I really like this for disruption, plus I just really enjoy Unfair Stamp as an ace spec, and since we're getting knocked out all the time with our little baby 130, hopefully 110 HP Tauroses after the Risky Ruins, So using Unfair Stamp to control your opponent's hand a little bit and just keep them on low cards in hand could be hugely beneficial. But at the end of the day, I think the consistency of Secret Box just outweighs it. And the third option that I've seen some people play is Precious Trolley. It makes some sense because if you have Risky Ruins in play, you just instantly get all your bulls down with 2 damage counters down on each. But since we have Fighting Gong and Nest Ball, we play 4 of each of those, and essentially we have plenty of opportunities to get our Pokemon down while still having the consistency factor of the Secret Box. So that's why I personally am not a big Precious Trolley fan, but it could be a fun inclusion if you wanted to speed up the process of getting all of your bulls down on board. Now this deck really isn't too complicated. I won't keep you guys here in the deck description too long. We are trying to go second. We are trying to hopefully start with a Paldean Tauros and Secret Box or Risky Ruins and ways to get other bulls down in hand. Now, since that Tauros that we are starting will not have any damage counters on it, here's where one of my favorite inclusions in this deck, the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, comes into play. If we flip tails, which this is one of the few cards where we're actively really trying to flip tails most of the time, we are able to put 2 damage counters on our active Pokemon, which could potentially up the damage by 40 right into what you needed. Now this deck is a huge donk deck opportunity. If your opponent only starts 1 basic and it's weak to fighting, or it's under about 150 HP, you have a really good shot of taking that 1-hit KO and instantly ending the game because of how relatively consistent this deck is with the Arvens, with the Lily's Determinations, and of course with Secret Box. Now in terms of consistency, I would put this deck somewhere in the middle to above average range, which for a rogue deck is really about all you can ask for. But it isn't going to quite compete with those top consistency decks that are just knocking it out of the park pretty much every game. That's not Tauros. And you're definitely playing a very similar matchup roulette to Cloth, where you're aiming for those low 200 HP decks, or a deck that's weak to fighting type. And if you can get that, or if you can just get a really good start and overwhelm your opponent, there's no telling who you can beat. But if you get those lower HP 2-prize matchups, you're taking that pretty much every time. Now let's check out the deck list that we're going to be using today. As you can see, it's very simple with Pokemon. 4 Paldean Tauros, 4 regular Tauros, and my 1 Fezandipiti. I hate even including a 2-prizer in this deck, but with no other draw support, you really need a few extra cards in the hand sometimes, and unfortunately, Fezandipiti is the best way to draw cards, especially if you're constantly getting knocked out. And because Fezandipiti is pretty much our only draw engine, we go very heavy on supporters. 4 Lilies, 3 Iono, 3 Research, 3 Boss, and 2 Arven ups your odds of hitting at least 1 supporter that you can use to either get what you need or just get a brand new hand most of the time. The odds are pretty good that you will find one of those decent supporters in your hand to start the game. In terms of items, obviously we go very heavy with Pokemon Search. We need the ability to get lots of bulls down on our bench, so 4 Nest Balls, 4 Fighting Gongs, which by the way can get you either Paldean Tauros or a Fighting Energy, which is also why we don't need Earthen Vessel in this deck. And we go pretty heavy on recovery because, again, our Pokemon are getting knocked out all the time. So we got 3 Night Stretchers and 2 Super Rods. And then obviously we got that bump for the damage in the 4 Premium Power Pros. We have the ability to potentially put damage on an undamaged Tauros with the Venture Bomb. Counter Catcher, obviously more Gust in this deck is incredibly crucial because we are aiming to take out those utility Pokemon. If there's a Fez on the bench, that is easy money. Counter Catcher that bad boy up, hit him for 120, and that knocks him out because of weakness. And then as we discussed, we got the Secret Box because I like the consistency. Now for stadiums, we only do the 4 Risky Ruins, but I have seen some people also put in the Calamitous Snowy Mountain, which makes it so that you put 2 damage counters on each Pokemon that you attach an energy to, unless it's a certain type that's not fighting. So I've seen that as well. I believe it's water. I've seen that as well as an opportunity to get damage counters on a Tauros that doesn't already have it. And I don't hate that inclusion, but I do think you need 4 Risky Ruins, and I just didn't quite find the room to toss in another stadium. And for tools, we got the 2 Air Balloons because both of our Tauroses have a 2 retreat cost, so that just gives our regular Tauros a free retreat, and 2 Brave Bengals to up that damage into EX Pokemon by 30, which can make a huge difference. And we have 6 Fighting Energies, which seems like an adequate amount considering how much recovery we have and how much opportunity we have to get them out of the deck with our Fighting Gongs. And that is the Tauros list that I have devised, and it's genuinely the most fun deck that I've played with in months. I absolutely adore the Bulls deck, and it's not the most consistent, and it's not the best into like everything in the meta, but oh my god, this deck is so damn fun. So let's see the Raging Bulls in action. Let's get some gameplay in. Alright, let's get this gameplay going. Unfortunately, we lost the coin toss, and we are going first, which I've been trying to get good game footage for like nearly an hour now, and we've gone first every single game, which obviously you want to be going second here so you can get that first attack off. What the fuck do we have going on here? Gotta watch out for Prime Catcher, so that's something. Is this like Tankaskon or some weird shit? I don't know. IDK. Alright, let's grab some Tauros. We got Iono there. I say we just go for another Tauros. I think we Venture Bomb here as well. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that we Venture Bomb and hit Tails. Let's go! That was perfect. That was perfect. We don't want to put any damage on them. We want all the damage on us. Well, we want a little bit of damage on all of our Pokemon, I guess would be a more accurate representation of this deck. Which also, I'm loving this deck. It's super fun. It's not like the best against like the big boy decks out there, but man, against the slightly smaller HP decks, like the 200s, mid 200s, you can handle. Or if it's Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan, or Mega Lopunny, they are both weak to... What is this? Oh, Toxel. Okay. And Carvana. Cool. I can't say that without thinking of the car company now. I love how the Pokemon app will like update and then it's just like broken for a little while. Certain cards just don't exist anymore. I don't know if you knew that, but these cards, we don't know the art of them. We don't know the art. I feel like this would be really funny if Pokemon was played this way of like, alright, so I have these cards turned up, and then I'm allowed to have these cards flipped over on my bench where you can't see them. I think that would be really, really fun. I think that would be a great addition to this game. Okay. Are they going to use their Prime Catcher now? Do they have like a retreat lock? Why, what? Nice. And nice. Say goodbye to your Prime Catcher. Well, for now. It's at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Dude, hell yeah. That was beautiful. We're hitting for the KO, right? We don't have to like... Oh, just enough. Yeah, we'll save Secret Box for next turn. Oh, excuse me. I am getting sick. And I'm smoking weed, which probably isn't helping, but... You gotta do it. No, that's not an excuse. I like to get high while playing Pokemon. Sorry. But anyways. So this is Mega Sharpedo, right? They're weak to grass, not fighting. Dang it. I really, really liked how like a lot of dark types were weak to fighting there for a minute. Case in point. And we still have Petront and Fezandipiti and these guys, but man, back in the day, I feel like fighting was the weakness type. Like Cloth just destroyed. Freaking Miraidon was out there, popular as hell. Iron Thorns was quite popular. What else was good? Lugia, but I think that one was weak to lightning, if I remember correctly. Was it weak to fire? Wait, was it weak to fire? Lugia V-Star. Man, I haven't thought about Lugia in so long. It was weak to lightning, yeah. So that one we didn't have the advantage on, but like for a minute there was a lot of stuff in the meta, like very, very popular stuff in the meta that was weak to fighting. Alright, so what all do we have here? Another Carvanha and another Toxel, with the Carvanha on the bench and the Toxel in the active. Okay. I like how I don't know, I can't see, so well, we're kind of just guessing here. But anyways, I do like how fighting is making a little bit of a comeback. Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Lopunny, as I mentioned, are huge. Okay, let's do Bang, Bang. We already attached for turn, so Bang. Go get Boss. That. I guess we'll get that. Then we could get. We don't want a Super Rod. No, but we have a Night Stretcher in hand. What do we want as our last item? Is there another Paldean Tauros in there? There is. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Okay, so feeling pretty good there. Feeling pretty good there. And then, yeah, I think we just hunt down Petch. Take ourselves a 2-prizer. Don't need to attach the Bengal, but we'll attach it down here in case we get Iono'd. And bang, bang. Alright. This is what you love to see. These types of decks are kind of the ones that we're aiming for. Stuff that sometimes gets up and going a little slowly. We can take advantage of that. Also, the lilies off the prize cards. Let's go. Let's go. And an energy. Hell yeah. This deck is just so right up my alley. As I mentioned before, Cloth was like my baby, my sweet love. Will forever be my favorite deck of all time. Absolutely adore just OG Cloth with Electrode. I miss that deck. I miss it every day. I play it on Expanded just to feel something sometimes. But this reminds me a lot of that. It's not quite the same because it's not as consistent of a number, but it is maybe more consistent of a setup, you know? Like, you will get the stuff you need for Alolan Paldean Tauros, probably more often than I got my stuff up and going, even when Cloth was, like, at its peak. And Cloth was a pretty consistent rogue deck. Like, the only issues were finding energies, but I think when it was in its, like, peak window, we had Colress. So it wasn't, like, that big of a deal. Alright, well, maybe I shouldn't have attached the Bengal, but that's okay. Excuse me again, I am getting sick. Last night I had a sore throat, and today, yeah, I got a cold. I have a cold. Oh, they're only doing 120, but they only need to do 120, so yeah, fair enough. They conceded? Okay, well I was curious to at least finish that game, but I do think we were in a good spot, considering that was going to be their first ever prize card in that game. Anyways, let's move on to game 2 after an unfortunately short game 1. Y'all, can I win a single coin flip? Can I win a single coin flip? Alright, thank God. Thank God. Into game 2, and even though we did not win the coin flip, we finally get to go second, and we mulligan. And they mulligan. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. I'm just so happy. Dude, what the... Brother... Is this the same? Looks very similar to the deck we just played. Alright. Are you serious? I love my luck. At least we got Secret Box. Very grateful for that. But like, holy shit. So we're starting with Viper. They're weak to fighting. Hell yeah. Now do they know what I'm playing? I guess not fully, but partially. It's like, is that their turn? Is that their turn? And they played Risky Ruins for me? Dude, I think that's game. I think that might be game. We already got Ruins. Let's see, like, just what all we can get here. Bang. Bang. We could Arven for just another Mon, and then that would be it. Right? Risky Ruins is already in play, right? Correct? Yeah, I can't bump it, so it is. And then boom. Come on, boom. Boom. Not gonna risk it. Let's take this donk. And voila. That's game. As long as the air balloon glitch doesn't happen. Alright, we're good. Because every once in a while, I have put an air balloon on one of my Pokemon just to not be able to retreat it. And it is the most frustrating glitch I've seen in Pokemon in a long time. And that, even though you couldn't see the card that we were playing against, it was a Seviper, and that is how Paldean Tauros is one of the best donk decks we have right now. Just so consistent. Like, and then even if we didn't have Secret Box there, we still had Lily's Determination to have a decent shot at getting everything we needed. And then they also put Risky Ruins in play, which just didn't help their cause. But on to game 3. Can we get a coin flip right? Fuck. God, that's crazy. Believe that is 0 for 7. And of course, for the 6th time today, we get to go first. And for the 15th time today, we mulligan. My luck has been garbaggio. We have 9 Pokemon in the deck. It's not like they're all basics. It's not like we have, like, no basic Pokemon. It's like the same with Alakazam. We find a way to mulligan so often. And I don't know why. Because, like, mathematically, it shouldn't happen too often. But I feel like it does. Alright. Let's see what the matchup is here. If it's... apparently Tor just released his Zard list. So that's fun. God, I'm so stuffed up. Alright. You know, if we had Risky Ruins in hand, this would be a decent little hand, but without it, kinda mid. Kind of eh. We'll just go ahead and toss him down and do that. And do that. And we'll pass. And we need to remember that we can hit for 30 with Tauros' horn attack. So, not the worst move if you just need to take a knockout, you know. But I decided to put that Paldean down because just in case, well, I mean, there's very, very little chance that they would have a Pokemon that could knock out the Tauros. There is a half decent chance that they could have an Iono or something like that. So, never a bad move. Alright, and right into the itchy pollen. So yeah, I think we just horn attack here. And then I'm down to just Iono. I need the new hand. Figure they probably need a new hand as well. Ah, man. Shoot. Okay. We'll hold on to that stuff. I'd love to be able to use those nest balls, but that little motherfucker who apparently is getting a full art. Apparently Budu is getting an IR in one of the upcoming sets, which I don't know how to feel about that. Because I don't hate the Pokemon Budu, but I definitely don't like that card. You know? Definitely not the biggest fan of that card. Alright, hell yeah. Dracloak's coming down. No Dragapult this turn. Is he gonna retreat? Why is he putting the energy there? He should retreat. I hope he doesn't, but he should. Clops coming down. Should pop that Clops, buddy. No way. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. They're putting them within range of the Clops, but interesting. So they're just gonna let me take this Dracloak with all their energies on it, which, you know, I find that really cool and I appreciate it. So shout out to this guy. Alright. Him up. Grab another Paldean Tauros. I think we just Lilies here. I don't really want to commit the Brave Bangle yet, and I don't really want to use my Secret Box yet. Gonna attach down here. I think we just call that good. Because we don't need the damage on this guy, so I'm not even going to waste my Venture Bomb. You know? Alright, cool. Counter Catcher. Not sure if I'm going to need that one in this game. Not that I'm going to win, but I might just, I might be fighting from ahead for the first little bit, you know? Which I'm cool with. I'm cool with taking the lead. Alright, looks like they're gearing up to Budu again, maybe? Probably Clops this Tauros and then Budu would be my guess. If I could top deck a boss. Yeah. Clops the Tauros. Yeah. And then if they Budu me, I mean, yeah, we didn't need the Team Rocket's Venture Bombs anyways, you know? And thankfully we have Lilies, so we don't have to research this hand away. It's probably my favorite thing about Lilies is that even for decks that still use research, it's so nice to have the option while not having, like, Iono's great sometimes, but sometimes you just want to mess with your own deck, you know? Or with your own hand. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's so sick. They might concede right now. That's so freaking awesome. I don't know why I put a Boston accent on sometimes when I get excited, but that was cool. Let's go! Fuck you, Dragapult! Alright, that was a great game of footage. Another quick one. We're 3 games in, and not a single one has lasted, like, over 5 minutes. Let's get into a 4th game with Paldean Tauros, which, man, you just can't stop this damn stampede, you know? These bulls be running. Alright, sorry. On to the next game. Alright, y'all. We can't possibly get it wrong this many times in a row, right? Let's go! We won the coin flip. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I think it's been 8 games, but we finally won the coin flip. And we start with, like, maybe a half-decent hand? What? Huh? And they mulligan? Oh, okay. So as far as we know, it could be Zard, could be Pidgeot Control. I hope I see a Charmander, because, well, I mean, I don't know how annoying Pidgeot Control would be for this deck. Probably just mostly be the energy manipulation that I wouldn't be a big fan of, I think. I mean, it's like, give me a Tauros. Okay. Alright. This probably also not ideal, but it depends on how quickly they get their stuff set up, I think. I think it's is going to be the big thing here. They're going to retreat? Okay, cool. Sick. Risky Ruins, do that. We'll go ahead and Premium Power Pro just in case we just get 1 Tauros. It's like, please give me at least 1 Tauros. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we wasted the Premium Power Pro, but I think it's always better to be safe than sorry. Just in general. And fuck it, we got these other bowls down here. We know it's not Pidgeot control. Let's make that damage a little bit more intimidating. Really not sure why they attached the energy there. I think some people still haven't seen this deck and they don't know how quickly we can get it up and rolling. There's our other Tauros. Let's go. Hell yeah. And our Risky Ruins in hand. We're chilling. We're chilling. Even if they... Okay. I was expecting the rare candy Pidgeot. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening here. At least as of right now. They could have gotten what they needed off of Fez. I don't know why they didn't Fez and then use their supporter, because that could have changed what they needed, but I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Alright, that's okay. That Fez on the bench is nice and tasty. I like seeing that. Oh, wasting the old ignition on the Pidgey. That's fine. That's fine. Hey. That's why we have Arven. That is why we have Arven, baby. Let them waste their counter catchers. Okay. Secret box here would be so money. Just top deck secret box. Okay, that's fine. That's alright, that's alright. We're gonna take a little 2-prize lead and we have a single prize deck. So, at the end of the day, I think we're okay with that. Huh. We could go we already have a stretcher. Oh, do we have energies? We don't have any energies. Let's do that then. We need to have more than one Paldean Tauros that we can smack with here. Always put up the one that doesn't have the damage, so that if they knock one out and they don't have Gust, that it's gonna be one that wasn't helping your damage output anyways. Alright. Give me something decent off this prize card. Come on. This is a very interesting matchup. I think I've won the one matchup I've had with this deck, but it was because they had kind of a slow start. And this guy's already had a little bit of a better start than that first matchup. That first matchup was a struggle for both of us, if I remember correctly. Okay. And they're going to get what they need here pretty quickly. Alright. Boom, boom. Wow. They're... Okay, yeah. What are they hitting for? 120 to 2 Pokemon? Yeah. So that's annoying. They're going to take out these two guys. And that's a little frustrating, but that's okay. That's okay. This is, yeah, no, they've gotten a much better start than that first Greninja I was up against. Because by this point, they did not have a Greninja down. And I don't think they played Sparkling Crystal either, which is an intriguing concept for this deck. I don't hate it. Idiot. Unless you Iono me. You don't think I have a Risky Ruins in my hand, you fool? Alright, there's the Ignition Energy. I guess we could hope that they have like two of them prized or something, but I'd be a little shocked. I'd be a little shocked if we got that lucky. Alright. Now it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could potentially knock this guy out. It's not like likely, but it's not impossible. We would need the Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, I think. That. Grab ourselves an energy. Y'all hear a little outside noise. I think my mom's bringing up the trash can, or maybe bringing down the trash can. Alright, come on. 230. It's not terrible. Yep, she is definitely bringing down the trash can. And then yeah, we'll just hold off on the super rod until next turn. It would have been really nice. Does that put him within 3? Let's go. All right. Would have been nice to be able to like use it to full effect in case they have an Eerie or something, but I feel pretty good about where we're at, especially because now we can knock them out with a Tauros. And they don't get Fez here. They just get that. Okay. I mean, I'm still kind of okay with that. I can hit you with the horn attack and knock you out, bro. What are you going to do after that? I think legitimately we just super rod, throw Fez down, and then Lilies. I think that's got to be the move. Yeah, they're taking 2 prize cards at a time. That's real nice and all. But can you get another Greninja? Like, can you? Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Throw Fez down. Yeah, we want this Greninja in the active, that's for sure. Alright, cool. And now I'm glad I have Fez because didn't get like a ton off that. That'll work. That'll work. And then yeah, we had Brave Bengal if we needed to hit for a little harder, but we don't need to hit for any harder. That 30 will do. Alright. What you got now, Greninja? Oh, well, there's my secret box. I was wondering where that little fucker was. Alright. You got 14 cards in hand. Do you have an attacker? I guess they could hit with Pidgeot. But I can just boss up Fez, and that's pretty much game. So they need to Iono me, like, right now. And considering they flipped the script first, I don't think that's on the top of their mind right now. What do you got? What do you got? I really thought they had me there. They were getting their Greninja and shit up early. If this is all they have, I don't think that's gonna be enough. Getting a Froakie down. Yeah, a little late for that, but I respect the hustle. Gonna be able to discard the stadium at least. That's good. But I believe I already have everything I need here to take this dub. So let's fucking go. And that's all their ignitions, yeah, so. Oh, sick. Cool. We'll just do that. We'll do that. I think that should be enough. Yeah, that's enough. Let's go. Let's go. That was a good win. That was a really good win. I know we don't have a lot of footage from the gameplay. That was a good one. Let's try to get one more game in. I feel like I don't have enough time for y'all. So let's get one more game in before we finish up this video. Alright. Last game. Can we flip the right coin? No. No, we can't. Because it's tails when we need it to be heads, and it's heads when we need it to be tails. And this app hates me, y'all. This app hates me. I've been trying to get game footage for 2 hours now. And, like, I swear to God, this deck was playing so good. There's another mulligan on a hand that would be actually, like, pretty decent if we just had a fucking starting Pokemon. This deck runs so good until I have 2 mulligans? Until I have to get game footage for it. Like, every time. Like, this app knows when I'm trying to film. That's a half decent hand. And they're going first. Alright. But, like, Jesus Christ. Jiminy Crickets. Jiminy Crickets. Ceruledge. Okay. Oh. You live in my dream state. You know what I'm saying? Alright, anyways. God, I'm so stopped up right now. My cold is hitting me hard. And I'm trying to get one last game in. And the app is testing my patience right now. This app is testing my patience from the all pink cards. Thankfully, the air balloon glitch hasn't happened yet today. If it happens in this game, I might lose my shit. I don't know if that's happened to anybody else, but it's where the air balloon just doesn't work. It just acts like it isn't there. It's crazy. Soul Rock, of course. Now, thankfully, weakness doesn't count, so they can't 1-hit KO my Tauros with a Soul Rock. So that's good. That's good. Is that all they got? What else did they discard? Ah, Fighting Gong. I wish I could see that card. That'd be cool. That's not a bad idea. You know he's probably getting knocked out. Might as well just say, hey, you're not going to take a prize card from it. Alright, what are we going to discard here? Premium Power Pro. I don't really want to discard both bangles. What do we get rid of? I want to keep the Fighting Gong. We just do that? Ugh, doesn't feel very good. Let's do that. Grab a Lilies for next turn. That, and that. Right? Yeah. That will work. Okay, and then we can get 2 Paldean Tauroses down, which I like. I like that. I like that very much. And yeah, we won't take a prize card for it, but we'll be getting rid of the legacy energy, so I think that's alright with me. Hit him for 120. And then we got Lilies for next turn to get us some new cards. Legacy, yep. Oh yeah, no prize cards. Oh yeah, that actually kind of helps us. Now Lilies will, I mean, it doesn't like help us, but now Lilies will get us 8 new cards. Because we did not take a prize card. Alright, what you got? What you got? You got 3 energies in the discard pile, correct? Yeah. Do they have research? Any supporter they can use? I'd imagine they would. They got 9 cards in their hand. Okay. Ceruledge is coming down. Now, if we have all damaged Tauroses in play, plus a Bengal, we can 1-hit KO this guy. But that's what we would need to 1-hit KO him. Oh, is he not taking the knockout? Ooh, okay. Huh. Premium Power Pro, Brave Bengal. Premium Power Pro, Brave Bengal. Let's do both. No, just 1. Plus that there. Hey, ooh, that's a little scary. Okay, wait. This could work out for us. Well, no, that wouldn't really work out for us. What are we hitting for? 150? That might just have to be what we hit for. I was like, ooh, we could Venture Bomb, but no, if we flip heads, we're knocking ourselves out. And that's not very good. So we'll just smack him for 150, do a little 2-hit KO here. It's not like the best, but we did not draw any Tauros. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. What are they getting back? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Thought they were going for an energy, and I was like, that doesn't make much sense, I don't think. Do they have a boss? Do they have a research? Do they have, hey, they have Drillbur. There you go. That is now 1-hit KOing us. That is now kicking us. Alright. It's okay though. It's alright. Because we can push this guy, and then we have 2 Venture Bombs to try to set him off. Oh. Fair enough. Gotta stop prematurely attaching my bangles. You know? Fighting Gong. Just curious what they were gonna get off that. Are they out of fighting energies? Because I figure it's probably what they would have wanted there. Alright. Well, now we get to Tauros. See if we can injure this little guy. Flip tails for me. It's gonna be heads. God, I hate how I know this game so well. So he's got 12 on him. Let's hit into him on the bench. Come on, you piece of shit. Tails. I need tails. Thank you. Thank you. Jesus. Is that really that hard? Let's do that. Let's do that. Already have the energies we need. Let's... Do we lilies? Kind of tempted to lilies. Because, like, Iono would put them down 2. And it doesn't seem like they have much in their hand. Like, that's... If they were rolling, I'd be like, maybe not. But it doesn't seem like they're doing that well, so... Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Alright, anyways. Do that, do that. Let's put that down. And I think we want to... Let's push one that can't get knocked out by like a Charcadet. Because my only thoughts would be like, well, if I did that, then they could push a single prizer and force me to take a single prizer, potentially. And I'd rather not. Rather do a 2-2-2 line here, if possible. Okay. I like how these guys already have 20 on them, so it makes it a little bit easier to potentially take a 1-hit KO. Imagine they're at 8, 190. They only need 1 more energy in there to be able to 1-hit KO my old Fezandipiti. Okay, should have another Tauros in there. What do we have in here? No Secret Box, 1 Premium Power Pro. Okay. So how much are we hitting for here? 200. So we're not getting there. How? Oh, we've already used 2 Premium Power Pros. Damn it. Okay. Trying to think. We don't really have any other ways to boost damage. Get an energy. Huh. We have everything we could possibly need here. I'm really not sure. Yeah, we might just have to hit him. Will that put him... not quite. It won't put him quite in range of a Tauros hit. Let's just Iono. I don't know. It's not great, but I don't think I have anything else I really would like to do here. Really wish we could just be taking this knockout. Ceruledge is right outside of my comfort knockout range. Just a little frustrating. But we'll give them a new hand. See what they got. Okay. Interesting. So they did have more fighting energies. Wasn't sure if they did. Because I would have figured they would have gotten one off of their Fighting Gong a few turns back. And then Abyssal Flame. Abyssal Flames. Not Abysmal Flames. Carmine. Okay. Fair enough. You have anything else? Nope. Alright. So close to being able to horn attack him. So close. I think we probably just Lilies here. We could Fighting Gong for an energy. I don't hate that. Grab ourselves an energy, because I'm still just trying to prevent them from being able to take a cheap little Soul Rock knockout, you know? I think another Iono is in orders. Put him down to 3. There we go. Nice. Okay. That's fine. I don't think we have any more Tauroses left. Yeah. We do not. Alright. Hit him. Let's get a Super Otter or Night Stretcher. Thank you. Thank you very muchly. And then, yeah, I think we just 2-hit KO this guy. This has been a slow match for 2 pretty quick decks, you know? Like, unless they got any other tricks up their sleeves, which would be a boss for Fez at this point. That's their only way they can win, is knock me out here and then boss up Fez. Is that boss? Nope. It's not boss. What is it? You can't just leave me in suspense like this. Is it another Earthen Vessel? Discarded 1. Oh. Wait. Blowtorch? I haven't seen that. I legitimately haven't seen that played yet. Discard a Pokemon tool or special energy for 1. Oh, that's awesome. They could have discarded the stadium too. Why have I not even looked at Blowtorch? That's a sick card. I like that inclusion a lot. Squawkabilly. Put it down. Damn it. Alright, well, they almost for sure have boss now. Oops. I mean, they haven't used, like, any. Oh, they have used 1, and they're getting 1 back. Okay. Yep. Alright. Well, maybe they don't have it then. I don't know. Attaching to their Soul Rock. Smart. Smart. Okay. Well, we have boss, so I guess if they go into their Soul Rock, we can just do that. Go ahead and recover our boy here. Let's see if we get... Do we have another Iono? I don't think so. Ah, we do have another Iono. Iono would be kind of sick here. We did not get it. Alright, it's okay. Hitting for 200. This is where we use the Premium Power Pro. Ooh, We could also Air Balloon into this guy to just not even give them a choice. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Not give them the Soul Rock option. Alright, so now he is within Tauros range in case we have to do that. How many energies we got left? Maybe one, unless we prized one. There's the boss. Alright. Well, I figured they had the boss, but, you know, I was hoping they didn't. Did I prize my last Premium Power Pro? Let me look. Let me look. God damn you, app. God, you suck. Anyways, that was a rough final game, but it was a long one, and it, you know, if we were just a little bit smarter probably in the earlier game, I think we would have had that one. Shouldn't have given up our Brave Bengals so easily, as that 30 damage came to matter a lot late in the game. So that was definitely a lot of misplays, but I'm sick and I'm high, so you'll have to hang in there with me. But that was the gameplay for the Raging Bulls deck, or Raging Bull deck, and it's super fun. You should go check it out, and we'll toss it back over to the other tie. And that was the running of the Bulls deck with Paldean Tauros and regular Tauros. I adore this deck. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. Let me know it down below in the comments. Currently, I have both this deck and the cards for Empoleon on their way here. I will have both of these decks IRL put together. I'm so excited. And if y'all want to see a cup or a challenge with this deck, let me know down in the comments, because I finally, well, I don't have it now, but I finally have my camera coming, my nice new camera that I can use to vlog like tournaments and challenges and stuff. So I'm really excited about that, and I want to take some fun off-meta decks to some tournaments to show y'all how these guys perform in real life. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys are still here, you're absolute madmen, and you should comment down below, I hate Rocky Mountain oysters, in solidarity of our bull brothers. I'm sorry, that's really dumb, but if you know, you know. Anyways, if you would like to help support the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Or you can become a channel member for as little as $2 a month. You get videos early, access to special emotes in stream, and a couple other features. Go check it out if that's something that you'd be interested in. And I wanted to shout out my current channel members: Plus Ultra G, Justin G, Humble Mareep, Chef Husky, Dominicis, Chase2496, and the Sauce Packet. Y'all are too freaking kind, and I love you guys so much. And I will be back with more content very soon, hopefully on a new camera. So I'm excited about that. I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic day, and I love y'all. I love y'all. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.